So next we're going to be talking with Kalan Rogers, and we saw a little bit of your story in the video here, but this is a most interesting story. So you are now the leader, the principal of the school that you attended as a kid. How wild is that? Um, so when you were a kid, did you ever walk around the school and say to yourself, now if I were in charge, I would change some things around here. We have like more recess, like, more snacks, less homework, less tests. Um, so now that you are leading the school, what are some of the things that you've changed?
Hey, one of the things, uh, coming up in school that I decided to change was the cell phone policy. That was one of the biggest thing. It was, like no cell phones all day until, we get out of school. And so, um, it's like, it's more of a, hey, we are living in a technology age. Let's give the kids some slack with a little bit of, use of technology. So that was one of the things. I think that was one of the biggest things that I wanted to change because I know how it felt to be, trying to sneak in texts and you get called. I got called a few times. So, so as I got here, I know my first year here was a lot of phone violations, and so as we made it into my second year, phone violations went down because we started to let students use their phones during lunch before school, and so it was one of those huge things that I changed.
Oh, see, so you are pretty cool. I mean, they might not have more recess, but they can use their phone more. That's good.
Yep.
So a lot of the staff and probably a lot of the parents even are younger than you. And I'm wondering how you feel like your youthfulness is an advantage. I'm thinking the cell phone example might be one, but wondering about other ways that your youthfulness is really an advantage in your leadership role.
So coming in, I was at a school prior to coming here, and it was a bigger high school, probably about 1,200, 1,300 students, and we had different types of programs and different things in that nature. So coming here, I decided to bring the big school environment to the small school environment. So I started the things that we was doing in the big school, necessarily doing it here, and so I started to bring it to Calhoun Falls, and they started to like it, and they started to trust me. Is on July 1st, you get an email, the staff get an email saying, hey, here's your new principal. He's 24 years old coming in, and you have veteran teachers that's like teaching longer than I've been living. So you're kind of like, oh crap, what is going on? But the staff is amazing. They, I went in with the game plan. They, ended up trusting me, and it didn't take long to get that trust. And we just started going with it, and they had my back, and I had their back.
That is awesome. So you're a really busy guy. You're leading the school. You're coaching the track and field team. You're driving the school bus. How do you have time for all of these things? And do you ever have any time for yourself?
So my first year, I was at the school basically probably 7 days a week, working day in and day out. Of course, my first year here, I think the thing that makes me keep going is I'm doing things that I love. Coaching track and field. I got to continue to coach that. I've been coaching since 2016. Driving a school bus. That's always been a lifelong dream for me. And this school gave me that opportunity to go get my license when I was a senior in high school. So, being able to come back and, we didn't have buses. We've been open for about 12, 13 years. And that was one of my first things was we need to get a school bus route. And so we finally got that going. And I drive it every morning, picking up students, and hopefully we can, get it going in the afternoon, and I can drop off students. So that was one of my dreams that I can finally check off. So we finally have a school bus route, and I'm busy, but it's things that I love to do. It's not I'm forced being doing it. It's just I love to do those things, and so. Um, my weekends, now I take my weekends for myself. So Monday through Friday is strictly school and my weekends for myself.
Good for you. Well, you are just a dynamo. I still don't know how you do it all. One of the other things that we should talk about while I have you here is that your school is phenomenal. Not only is it, a great place culturally and the rest of it, but your kids are like really doing quite well academically. You have one of the highest rated schools in the country. So that's a big honor. I'm sure you must be proud. Um, but I'd love for you to tell us a little bit more about the kids that you serve, because I think that will provide even more context and help everyone understand how really, really significant it is for you to have that honor.
So first and foremost, I have an amazing staff. They are top tier, and they work day in and day out with these students. I have a great admin team. My assistant principal, she is amazing. She's been here since the school opened. She actually was my assistant principal when I was in school. And so, stepping into that role, it was kind of like, oh, okay. But when I tell you she has my back, I have her back, she is just absolutely amazing. And so the staff that we have, they really work hard with our kids. We have about 84% free and reduced social economic status, and our kids. We're in a rural area. We're in a town about 1,800 people population, and kids. We have about 158 students here on campus. So we get a lot of one-to-one, and our kids know that our teachers care, and they really care about each and every one of them, and they know every child that they teach. And so, with that drive and that determination that our teachers have, they carry it on to the students, and it just pushes them to go the extra mile. And if one is slacking, you know, they like, hey, I can call a parent, or we can go right outside to the car loop and say, hey, can I? We have a teacher that needs to speak to you about something. So nothing slides through the crack here. So we are constantly on our students, and so that's one of the biggest things that I love about the school: the great staff, students, and we just a community school that just can talk to parents easy.
That is awesome. I love your school too. I've never set foot in it, but as soon as I can travel again, I definitely want to travel there, and I want to see the magic happening in action. Kalan Rogers makes things happen. Thank you so much for being with us today. And also, I want to congratulate all of the leaders in your category of leadership um, who are truly making a difference in the lives of so many students. The success of the charter school movement really is dependent upon this same type of selflessness, this passion that leaders like you bring to the work. I can't thank you enough for everything that you do.